I'm having a real chill storm. I have the chakra incense going today that Nicola gave me. I really love them too. Good morning. I'm just waiting for people to get on here. Good morning. How are you guys doing? I'm real excited about this storm because I'm in my element. I told my boyfriend because he was like really late getting out of bed for work this morning. I told him that I bet a lot of people will be like in bed from the energy. Like they'll be feeling like chilling or resting or sleeping. There'll probably be like more people in bed with this energy though. So the planet needs some grounding anyway, so this is good energy for everyone. It's more grounded. I wasn't vibing with the last Libra moon at all. I felt like my manifesting was really blocked with that energy. And this energy is all about creating and manifesting right now. So you guys should be really aligned with the types of things that you want to see coming into your life. Because Taurus is a really magnetic type of energy, where anything that you're thinking about will easily manifest with this energy. So it's really, really important that you're really aligned with things you want to happen. A lot of people are always thinking about things they don't want to happen, things that could go wrong. Oh my God, this could happen, right? In a negative capacity. So we have a lot of reprogramming to do with our minds. It's going to be a huge aspect of this, that just like we need to purify the body, we need to purify our thoughts and our thinking patterns too. It's so important. And it takes training. I had really bad programming. You know, I grew up in the United States watching a lot of television back in the day, right? I had a lot of indoctrination. So it takes a lot of work. When I had woken up, I had really negative thinking patterns, like really negative, like this could go wrong, this will probably happen bad, right? Lots of fearful kind of thoughts that were definitely affecting my reality. So it takes practice. It's like any other bad habit. If you eat garbage food, you're going to have to take a little while to reprogram your body on every level. So we're kind of reprogramming the mental aspect right now. A lot of people are like, we used to have one of my old friends that would say, I don't know if manifesting works. You know what? Your thoughts, you could be having negative thoughts and they could be manifesting into my reality. They're going somewhere. Their vibrations, their energy, it doesn't just disappear. It goes out into this continuum and it's really forming into the reality we don't like. So if we don't like the 3D reality, we can change our thinking patterns, think more positive thoughts, stay high vibe, and it will change our reality and everyone's around us too. So we're having a lot of effect on each other's reality too. Like there's nothing that I can't be doing here that isn't affecting you guys wherever you are. So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't think this stuff works, and they'll continue the negative thinking patterns. You know it works. Look at the third dimension. This is a good example of what happens when you're manifesting fear-based manifestations in the third dimension. There's a lot of fear-based manifestations. Take a look at a lot of these systems and what's happening with people. You know, that's like the lower end of humanity. So you're seeing that it does work and it is real, and that if we want to attain higher levels of consciousness or access to higher dimensions, and it's going to take us purifying our thoughts too, because our thoughts are having profound effects on our energy and our vibrations every day, more so probably than the food you're eating. So I see a lot of people still having a lot of negative thinking patterns, not understanding how that is the aspect that will control your reality. Your brain is like a computer. It's controlling every experience you have as well as programming them for you. So we really had to get a grip on the mental aspect. You guys should be thinking more clearly. How about I told you guys, I kept saying that this energy is going to wake up the next wave of light workers, right? And it's going to be bringing people to lucidity with the energy now through the end of the month. Well, it's waking you up. That's you. That's really you. Yeah, I know that we're awake, but it's not like a one-stop thing. We're going to continue to awaken, and we're continuing to change our perspective on things. And the more that we're changing how we're viewing things, it is shifting our reality on every level. So this energy is bringing people to more lucidity, removing blocks, is having powerful soul level effects, purifying us as well. You can just expect to continue to go through these energy cycles at least the next year, where we're going to continue to go through these purge, purifying, upgrading kind of cycles to get everyone where they need to be. Yes, time to get rid of draining people. It's just that, listen, anything other than your ascension is a distraction right now. If anything is taking your focus off of yourself, your own vibration, your energy, or your ascension, it's just a distraction around here. Mike is the worst. I always say he falls into these soul traps, and he's real adept too. Like, he's a really good channel. So, like, it's just ridiculous to me, like, at his level of awareness, that he would even, you know, entertain these notions. So he's really big on, he'll always fall in these soul traps, and it's like, if he can't get rid of like this love bite that he's dating, he can't progress forward and things like that. There are very real things that are sent into your life to block your spiritual path. That is true. So it's time to get rid of the things that are blocking your ascension path. A lot of people are hung up on past issues. You guys need to understand you're not even the same person you were when you went through this stuff a long time ago. People are having a lot of things come flooding back. It's Ascension. You tend to be thinking about your life and who you are and your lessons really deep, right? But you guys need to understand you're not even the same person you were 10 years ago when you went through whatever your path was. You're a different person completely, like on a cellular level too. So we're looking back. You need to understand that you're not your experiences. Too many people are hung up on past lessons, not seeing that we agreed to come here and take on a lot of karma for humanity as the light workers. We had harder paths. And a lot of people are still relating their past lessons to who they are and their identity. These are just things that you agreed to experience as a consciousness group. We took on a certain level of amount of karma that we would do together to do this ascension, and people are really hung up on these experiences, like whether it's feeling guilty or feeling bad. You guys need to let go of that. Like, you're not even the same person that you were going through this matrix since your awakening. So more letting go of past experiences, more processing them. We tend to want to, like I'm always saying, ignore anything negative that happened that creates fragmentation and soul splits. So more releasing, letting go, seeing the big picture with all these lessons, because a lot of people probably are thinking, damn, I had a lot of karma this life. No, it's, you have to look at the big picture, the collective, and what's happening here and why we're even here to really understand all of this. So our problem is a lot of people are still in this state of separation and only seeing themselves in their own perspective. Time to let go, time to release, time to become lighter. Whatever you're holding on to at a soul level, whether it's past traumas, past people, your family, whatever is weighing you down. We could do an inventory. I want to do like a fun little, think of your worst experience. Think of your top 3 worst experiences. Let's start there, right? Go make a list when you're by yourself. And go look at them one more time and let them go. Send your self-healing energy and just release them. Because we're holding on to these experiences like they're who we are or they're part of our identity. Like, this is a fucked up planet. Sorry. Okay, but I'm about the truth. So I post this meme this morning in the Galactic Empath group, and it's the one where, like, you should be grateful if you have running water or a bed to sleep in. Like, you should be grateful you're doing better than most people. And this guy comments on there, well, I have fluoride all in my water, so I'm not So grateful. And yeah, that's the world we live in. It really is. Like, I know that we can sugarcoat things. It's the world we live in. Like, if you look around, there's very real problems. This is not an easy place. This is a place for badasses. This is a school for warriors. It's not easy. Like, I had someone on my page saying that there's people dying of starvation in other countries, and how could I say this? How could I say that we choose our path? But we really do. That we really pick our journey for our spiritual evolution. So yeah, there's a lot of people that are doing way worse than we are. Take a look at Syria. I posted some Syria pictures this morning. If you look at it, I heard they were against GMO food. They were against everything we're against, basically, with the government's poisoning people. It was a beautiful city with a lot of history. Look at it now. Go look at pictures of it and how badly they bombed that place and destroyed it. So we're doing better than a lot of people on this planet just having clean water at this point. So we're going to focus on gratitude with this storm and manifesting. Gratitude is the building blocks of creating something new. A lot of people get stuck in this manifesting rut where they're like, I'm broke, everything sucks, and they're just putting out negative thoughts, and you're not going to attract anything into your life that way. So we need to be in gratitude for the things that we do have. That's how we draw more things to us. So a lot of people are not grateful for everything that they have, and they block themselves in bringing more abundance into their lives just with their negative thinking patterns. So we know that with Reiki, gratitude is like a building block of Reiki as well. If you guys remember Reiki 1, for the people that took it, it's really a building block of it too. And it's something that you can practice. If you wake up in gratitude, you can just every morning be like, I used to be like, I'm grateful to be alive. Another day in this matrix, right? I'm grateful just to be alive. Don't you guys notice not everyone is here in the present, that the universe gets sick of playing these roles at times and we tend to leave the experience? And it's very important that we understand how important we are just being here, because we're still here in the now. And there's been a lot of past expressions of consciousness, but what's important is the ones that are here and living and doing this right now. It's very, very important. So more gratitude, it'll shift your entire reality. So if you wake up and you're just grateful, a lot of people do like one thing they're grateful for or 3 things. And I used to do the gratitude list where I used to make you guys write down 10 things you're grateful for a day. That'll reprogram your brain though, in every regard, that it's shown to create new pathways in your brain. So it's going to create new probabilities in your reality too. It's very powerful, gratitude, swear. So try to at least wake up in gratitude every morning. It'll completely shift your vibration. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies we can be on. Little vibration hacks. You want to bring your vibration up? Be in more gratitude. It'll bring your frequency right up through the roof. So a lot of people get stuck in these negative thinking patterns. We all remember my old friend Trisha, who, while it may be true, she would just say she's hella broke every single day. And she kept putting these vibes out, and I was trying to help her, right? And be like, don't say that even though it's true. It could be true. Trust me, I get life. But don't put those vibrations out. Don't keep reinforcing the things you don't like in your life. So we need to kind of think and switch our programming. Biryani is trying, she says on a post this morning, that she is going to manifest a house. She doesn't know how. You guys need to change your thinking patterns. You can really pretty much trick your subconscious into creating things faster. Instead of saying that, you need to keep saying you're getting a house any minute. It's coming now, a house, and keep on saying that. Change around how you guys are asking for things. So a lot of times I'll be like, you know, I really want to get this visa. I had to switch that to, I'm getting my fucking visa now. Now. And we need to really change how we're doing that. So I always say that if you're trying to manifest your dream car and you're like, yeah, right, maybe one day I'll get this, probably not. It won't work as good. So you guys have space kids. You need to be showing kids, your kids, pictures of that dream car and be like, this is the car I'm getting next week. And they will create it for you, because they're like real pure channels. They haven't been indoctrinated. They're better manifestors. Start to have your kids helping you manifest. Show them pictures of the dream house and tell them to pick out their bedroom and things like that. And they'll start to help you create it too. So you're not trying to get your dream house or your vacation. You're getting it. It's coming now. It's on the way. Start to really reprogram how we're looking at this stuff, because it really does change everything about it. I'm supposed to be a really good manifester. I've already been needing hella cash for my mission from day one, and I've really had to get adept and real focused and serious about my manifesting on any given day of my mission. Like, it's real serious. So I'm getting pretty good at manifesting. I was already really good at manifesting. I found that when I moved and left whatever attachments I had, that my manifesting went up like so many levels so fast that I could just like instant manifest anything I needed for my mission, like on all new levels. I'm trying to get back to that place right now. It has a lot of energetic components too if we're trying to manifest, right? Some of the energy sucks for manifesting, like that Libra moon, but this is amazing energy for manifesting. So we have a lot of the energetic components we need to do this right now. I've been making grids too. I'm making hella cash grids around here. Putting them out on Facebook, it really will help with the vibrations for creating though. So more grids, more manifesting lists. I'm going to start my little manifesting journal where I just write in it. Just random whatever I'm trying to manifest any given minute. Starting a manifesting journal, that's a really good idea too, because you know that speaking things is powerful and so is writing them. It's really much more powerful than having thoughts in our mind. Your intent is everything. It's crazy how we could be living much different, where we could just instant manifest anything that we need. We could be working a lot less. You know, we have the prison planet construct, but things don't have to be that way on every level. So it's something that you have to keep practicing. We're here, this facility, I call Earth a facility. This training facility we're in, it is to learn how to be a creator. It's to learn how to manifest on every level. So we're here to get a grip on our thoughts. We're here to, you know, grow into our abilities. Like I keep saying, we would be dangerous in a lot of higher dimensional places with our thought patterns the way they are. So we just have more purifying to do, more practicing, creating. It's really easy to destroy things around here. We see the elite destroying the planet, right? I'd love to blow up the government too. That will be easy, right? But it's a lot harder to build and create. So we need to really stay focused on anything creating. Whatever it is manifesting in your life, it's coming together on a collective level. We need to remember that we're now, the ones that are awake, are now creating the fifth dimension. That not everyone has that interdimensional access. Not the people that are asleep definitely don't. So we are creating this new earth, this new reality with our thoughts, but it's happening collectively as a group. So, you know, my thoughts are creating it just as much as yours, and we really need to understand how our thoughts are impacting the whole now, that we're coming back to unity, consciousness, and oneness. So our thoughts and what's going on with us is going to so much more affect the whole, rather than when we're living our little separate fake realities. Hi, Erica. The facility, Earth facility. Sometimes I like to think about it as a spaceship too, like we're having turbulence. Have you guys seen the earthquakes going off? So my boyfriend thought it was crazy when I said we would definitely have 15 major 5.0 and above earthquakes. We've at least hit 20 in the past 4 days. So I keep seeing my phone getting notifications of earthquakes. Canada was getting some crazy. Let's take a look. So we're having a lot of turbulence. Because it was like I was having high altitude when you fly and your ears, like, you know how when you're like flying and it affects your ears? That's how it felt with my ears here, like pressure in my ears. So we're having earthquakes. The earth is shaking off any lower frequencies. That's a good thing. We're seeing a lot of change with this storm. That's why, like, that's unheard of when you have so many earthquakes, like, in such a period. My boyfriend didn't believe me, but clearly we've succeeded that amount. We might be hitting double the number of earthquakes. So it's real crazy. The earth's really gonna change a lot with this storm of all of them. It affects the energetic and magnetic core of it. Yep, volcanoes too. I love it, right? Space-time news. Yep, so the earth is transitioning, transforming too. It's really important that we understand that. The earth is changing its shape. I can never say the shape of it, but it's basically changing from you could think of it like the ball shape to soccer ball shape. Like, I think it's like the dodecahedron, but it is changing our shape and everything about it too as it's activating too. Perfect. Volcanoes are a good sign. Energy blockage is clearing. I love it. So we need to create better things. Everyone that says their reality sucks any given day of the week, I hear it a lot. Well, then you need to create something better. If you don't like your reality, shift into another one. I had so many different jobs and like, I don't even know, like realities in this matrix anyway on my journey, right? Clearly we've experienced more than one type of reality here. Just finding ourselves and trying different things that we do in the matrix, we can completely change our reality. What do you have to do to be living your dream life in a year? I think that's the question people need to be asking. What do you need to be doing to be living in your reality as heaven on earth? What do you need to do to change it into that? What kind of things are you needing to get rid of? This is a good time to be cleaning out your house. It's a good time to be loving more, spending more time chilling in bed, relaxing, right? Self-care, self-love, investing energy into yourself. You're going to find that everything else starts with you. So a lot of people are always trying to find love in other people without finding it in themselves first, and they're always disappointed, right? Then they just get reflected back their broken aspects and things like that. And this whole journey keeps leading you back to yourself, nothing else. You need to create that, and then it reflects out. If you don't like your reality, you need to change it, and it will change your reality. Things like that. We keep our getting directed back to ourselves in every regard. Good. The energy's feeling amazing here. It's feeling real crazy. Like, it's feeling real crazy. Like, I have the chills real crazy and kind of like goosebumps. Like, you can just really feel it real cold here. So the energy's feeling real crazy. We're doing lots of heart chakra healing because I'm sitting like right by some heart chakra frequencies, which is really, really good. I could feel this storm was really upgrading people in the throat chakra and heart chakra. So a lot of people are saying they have Ascension flu or a cold. Look at that, like all the garbage clearing out of those chakras. The heart chakra is associated with 4D and the throat chakra 5D, so it's really clearing out and giving us better interdimensional access with this energy too, on every level. Try to rest more. It's really good to get a lot of work done too, but try to equally rest during this storm. I'm ready for change. I'm ready to have everyone just high vibe and amazing in my world. That's what I did. I got rid of all my fake friends. I got rid of all my fake friends, and you know, usually there was a lot of drama associated with it, and because they don't want to go. I found they don't usually want to go. And now I have all like high vibe amazing people around me, that as I'm changing myself, I'm clearly changing the people that I'm drawing to me. So I've been doing a lot of purging. Like, I know it sounds mean, but when my memories come up on Facebook, if people have been on my page for like a year or two and I have no idea who they are at all at that point, then I'm getting rid of people, because I usually can recognize people right around me. So I'm doing purging on my Facebook page too, where I'm getting rid of people to make new space, and I'm adding new people. So I've been cleaning my Facebook up too. Tessie, withdraw then. Psychic attack is very common. I'm always talking about this because people are not usually consciously aware that they're doing it, that they're draining, right? They're not usually consciously aware of it, trust me, on whatever level. So we need really good boundaries dealing with people. I found that most people have no boundaries at all. They have none. A lot of the people that you'll deal with as a light worker that will come to you and whatever it is. So we need really clear boundaries for all people, especially the toxic people to us. I'm always saying that someone could be amazing for your energy and toxic to me on some level. Your body is going to really let you know how someone's energy is responding to yours. You know, sometimes you'll feel anxiety, you'll feel tired, headaches, you know, just not so high vibe. You might be feeling their energy, whatever it is. Listen to your body. It's always telling you how you feel. We kind of tuned our body and our soul out on some level, right? People stopped listening to their higher selves at some point here. They kind of cut off from that, and we kind of stopped listening to our bodies. So we see a lot of people sick, And instead of treating their body like a barometer or letting them know something is wrong with them, they immediately go to the doctor and take medications to try to mask the symptoms instead of trying to heal the root cause of it. And generally, when you do that, things will get a lot worse with your body. We need to learn how to listen to our body. It's always trying to let us know how things are. Always follow your intuition about people. I found that like the narcissist psychopath types that they're crying about in all these groups that we do, right? That a lot of these people, there were so many red flags that people ignored that they might have seemed, they always seem really high vibe and great. Their lives are amazing, right? Their lives are amazing. They're awesome, all ego, and it's great. But, you know, there were red flags. There were signs that this person was draining to you, that even though they seem real high vibe, you might have been real tired hanging out with them. You might start having bad dreams, bruises on you. So listen to the signs about people. People are removing themselves from my Facebook page too. I always say I lose 5 to 10 friends a day, which is okay with me. I guess, you know, people, not everyone's doing the same spiritual work, so I've learned how to let people flow around me, that people will come and go based on frequency around you. So if you're always working and changing your frequency and going up, you're going to fall out of vibrational alignment with people around you a lot of the time. Just let people come and go. I've found some people come back later. They'll come back and find you if it's meant to be, right? More letting people go. We just need to vibrate as high as possible. I think the most toxic situations are a lot of people's families too. That these are karmic situations, and usually our first karmic lesson would have been our families. And so that's really where we need to focus on healing ourselves and that. In whatever regard, whatever your lessons are for it. Don't feel obligated to keep toxic people in your life because they're related to you, or like because you know you were friends when you were kids, or they're your family friend. Don't feel obligated. The ascension of humanity should be more important than your parents making you feel like shit because you're not willing to be around their toxic energy or whatever it is. There's nothing more important than this. Like seriously. And you don't want to keep coming back another life with these people. So if you don't let go of the toxic people and you keep them around, then you haven't resolved your karmic garbage with them. We have to let them go. That's our lesson. Our lesson is to love ourselves enough to leave any karmic person. Like if you had the narcissist, that was the lesson: self-love, leave yourself, love yourself finally. And that's a lot of what these karmic experiences are. They're to teach us to care about ourselves enough to make these changes. So if you guys are keeping the toxic person around because they're related to you, or you can't feel you can't get rid of them, then well, how's coming back another life with that person sound? You guys can switch roles and do it all over again, because that's a lot of what's happening here, that we need to break these ties, that we've become really karmically inbound with other souls, that we're becoming karmically entangled to them, and we really need to let go now. It's time to let go of these attachments. That's what they are, attachments. When you feel that you have to have someone in your life because they're related to you, or they make you feel guilty about it, that's definitely a red flag right there. So more letting go, yes, of your families too. Yes, that will be karmic situations that you need to clear and heal this life, so you don't keep on coming back with the same people. That's why when the empath meets the narcissist, it's usually very magnetic. Soul recognition. You guys have probably done this before on some level. So you don't want to keep doing these cycles like with the same people you don't really like. There's a lot of that through relationships. People are becoming karmically entangled on this planet on every level, especially through bad relationships. So do some more karmic cleansing in your life, some more forgiving, releasing. I just always say to release karma that, you know, it didn't go so good usually. You know, you did the best job. You did the best job you could, but you're ready to move forward onto new lessons. You're ready to let that person go, because when you release them, you're releasing yourself too. It's very powerful that we need to let these people go, because it's going to release you. Those are the chains that are holding you here to this planet. The karma that is holding you here. And we need more space. I have amazing space. I got rid of my family. They're pretty toxic to me. I mean, I put a picture in the chat where they're hanging out with the Illuminati bishop, like on my sister's Facebook page with the elite. And I had to say that's everything wrong with the world. And, you know, it's just kind of toxic for my energy. No hard feelings. I just really don't talk to them ever. I just don't go out of my way to talk to them. They're just really at a 3D level. They can't even see me or what I'm about. So I had to do some letting go too, but I made space that way. That, you know, that was taking up a lot of space, those relationships in my life, and that when I got rid of them, that I cleared so much space where I could just do anything now, that I had nothing holding me here. So we don't realize that our relationships are holding us on their timelines. Yes, we've merged realities with the people we know. Yeah, your family, merged realities. So it's holding you kind of prisoner on your timeline, and we need to elevate past all this. So it's more letting go. It just is that it's nothing personal. My family isn't going where I'm going right now. They're not doing an ascension. They're not headed in the same path as me, the same direction. They're doing their own 3D reality. And I need to get out of that. I need to get past all that. So I'm going to keep elevating to higher dimensions. And I need to let go of the people that are residing in the lower ones. Because they're anchoring us down. They're holding us down. It's not the government enslaving us. It's our karmic situations here. Relationships. Usually family members are very karmic. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Christine. I'm just waking up. Just try to let go of the past people that you were learning with. You're a much different person, especially if it was like you met someone 3 years ago or 2 years ago. You were a different person then. You're vibrating much different, like energetically. So you're really going to attract way better people to you now. Because, you know, your frequency is attracting all your lessons to you, the people you're meeting. Let go of the people you met a couple years ago, and new things will come to fill that space. Amazing experiences. We can shift into a new reality completely, and we don't realize we have to let go of the old one first in order to do it. Hi, Brian. We're talking letting go of toxic people. It's my theme lately. Some of those are family members, unfortunately. That's the problem. It's not that easy, right? They're usually romantic partners, family members, the people closest to you, your friends that you grew up with. We're going to do some more letting go so that we can, you know, anchor into these higher dimensions permanently. So we're kind of channel surfing back and forth between 4th and 5th dimension a lot of the time. Like most of our consciousness group is kind of going back and forth, and we really need to anchor into 5D permanently. And we're going to have to do this on individual levels. Everyone wants these big political collective changes. Well, they're going to happen through us changing, and it's going to reflect into that outer reality. So more purifying around here, more getting rid of the shitty thinking patterns that are limiting yourself. We're just limiting ourselves. We have a thought like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go visit Tony in Spain. And then my next thought is I don't have a fucking visa and the UK government's never giving me one. And then I just shut down anything I'm trying to manifest. And that's what I'll get. That's what I'll get, right? That's the reality I will land in. So we have these infinite probabilities, and we're always thinking of this idea, usually followed by why it won't work or why it won't happen. And we really just need to stop blocking ourselves with our thinking and our thinking patterns when it comes to creating. We really do. So we're trying to manifest. From now until Thursday, we're going to be manifesting on all new levels. We're shifting into Sun and Scorpio today. We did shift. So it's Scorpio season. So a lot of people will be really emotional with this moon into water. It's the unconscious, right? It's really good for what we're doing. So you'll expect people to be more emotional with this Taurus moon happening tomorrow night. Yeah, stop focusing on the things wrong with your life. I mean, everything's supposed to be crumbling for everyone. This is a crumbling of who you think you are on every level. So try to focus on the things that are going good, the things you want to create, the things you're grateful for. I'm done with my manifestation limits too. Done with them. I had the worst moon ever with Libra. I had Ascension and cold. Ascension cold. My boyfriend keeps giving it to me. We had a chat about it. About how we're sharing an energy now, so if he wants to make it hard on himself and give himself ascension symptoms, and then it can affect my energy. We had a nice little chat about it because he's kind of self-destructing. Like, I think a lot of people can't handle the Taurus energy. So I'm feeling amazing, and he's having his stuff go on over on his page, right? I'm like all high vibe, and he's like, fuck the government, I want my kid back now. And I can see why he's real pissed off about it though. Like I kind of am too, like on every level. I did a lot of meditation over the weekend, and I was all up in his Akashic. That's what I like to do in my free time, snoop around, right? And I came back, I did like a 3-hour meditation. I came back real pissed off about it too, like real mad about it. So I can see, I told him that yeah, he probably needs to get real loud about it on his Facebook page, which I can see his guides already are directing him to do, to try to force the government's hand that we could get real loud about things around here in our movements, right? We do have an ability to live feed that pretty much anyone can get on Facebook and can put whatever they want out there. And that's powerful, that you can reach so many people doing a video. And that's a way you can change your reality right there, just through speaking. That I'm changing reality with just speaking my truth and putting it out there, that it's having very real effects and changing people and inspiring people. So he's getting real loud on his Facebook page, which doesn't go unnoticed by the government, because you have to be very adept with these kind of things. To be very adept with the energy that you're putting out and the things that you're posting. And these are very real fights. There's very real things that are affecting everyday people, more than people would even know, going on here. So there's big things happening politically here in the United Kingdom too, where they're probably going to get rid of their prime minister, and they're doing Brexit and, you know, whatever they're doing politically. So this country is about to go into political crisis in a minute too, like, if they're not already, I keep saying. To me, it looks like they are, but they're going to go furtherly into political crisis, which affects the governments globally, because we know that the Queen is, you know, in charge of the whole planet, apparently, from living here. So it affects politics everywhere. It really is fucked up. I'm really mad about it. I am probably going to get on live feed at some point, too. And I'm real loud, so I just try to stay out of it. I just try to absorb and stay out of it. And I was like, I had to stay focused on manifesting. I can't do your drama. I can't hear about it. I gotta stay real focused on my videos. I'll come back to this. But I'm very frustrated. Everyone wonders why I hate the government so much. Like, I have this fucked up perception of the government. And, I mean, I feel like I have every right to, though. Like, you know, like, this is why. This is why I'm a freedom fighter. This is why I'm fighting and getting out there every single day, even when I don't feel like it. And I get on live feed and I'm trying to change the planet and trying to wake people up or whatever. A lot of people are watching the news, mainstream news, and that is their perception of reality. That's the thing. That is their programming. That is what they're regurgitating back. That's what they think their world is consisting of. A lot of people are still just getting brainwashed by the government and listening to anything they tell them without question. Anything they put on the news. That's people's reality. And especially in this country, people are much more politically inclined, I have found, in the United Kingdom. Hi, Connie. I came back real pissed off though, like mad, like seriously, because the government, it's their job, where they're supposed to, if you have a situation like that where you have your kid's mom that says fuck you, you can't see your kid, the government's supposed to be the one to pretend to be mediator, and they're supposed to say here's your fucking visit schedule or whatever they do. For normal people, they're not supposed to use these systems to sabotage light workers and torture them and things like that. Like, they're clearly not doing their job, though. So, yeah, I have a lot of frustration with the whole situation because it's affecting people's lives, like, on very real levels. Kids for cash, that's what I call it, right? Kids for cash. They look at it as an opportunity to break up the family life. They love divorces. They love custody stuff. They love anything involving kids because they make a lot of cash off of it on very real levels. We live in a world where kids are seen as cash. Yeah, you're seen as a dollar amount of how much health care they can bilk out of you before you die. That's how they see us. That's how they see us, as food, as energy, number one. Slaves. We're gonna, keep their jobs going and run this place because we do all the work here, Prison Planet. That's how we're seen around here, though. And it's very frustrating. Because it's like they say in the Bible that, you know, it's corruption in high places. Yeah, right here. They made that reality into they made that reality real with their biblical crap and their government crap, you know, shaping people's perception. But here it is. It's not the people that are the general problem. It's the ones in high places that have their hand in all of this stuff, that are poisoning the world for profit and, you know, tampering with our food, air, water. So, I need real good vibes, I guess. I had to figure out what I need, right? Sometimes we don't know what we need around here. I guess I need real good vibes to get that kid back for visits, clearly. Like, anyone else would just have visits with their kid, right? So I'm going to need some good manifesting vibes. I'm going to use the energy to try to reverse any, because then you start to think real negative too when you're in a situation like that about it. When you're up against the government that's like broken laws in your case, and you're up against so much corruption and fucked up shit that, you know, it can be really discerning, and then you start to think negative about it. And that's what they do. Like, it's like a virus. You come in contact with the government, you'll start to think negative thoughts, right? It's like a parasitic virus. You come in contact with the cops, they just make you have negative thoughts. So sick of the weed shit too. That's a free will violation. First off, let me just say that I'm using weed as a spiritual practice. It is in the Constitution. I just found out they have a Constitution in the UK as well. I guess America ripped off everything from the UK. And you cannot regulate spiritual practices. So I know that they want to say they can. Right? That they can, but, you know, they made that Constitution a long time ago because the people that founded our government saw that this was going to happen, that the government was going to take over control like this. So they put that Constitution in place to try to protect us and give us some rights against the government if something like this were to happen on whatever level. So they can keep on making their bullshit fake news laws. Weed is illegal, we will arrest you, and I'm going to say no, I have free will. I'm a co-creator, and I'm going to smoke weed over here. So they make up all these rules and laws and imaginary lines around here, and like, how are they enforcing it? We have to consent on some level. We have to agree to play their game, and we have to consent to it. I said when the cops come to the door when I'm here and I answer it, I'm going to use words like free will and soul contracts when I tell them to fuck off too. And I will. I'm gonna use very careful words, and I'm definitely going to use words like free will. So the thing is that I've made it clear they can't come around my reality, so it kind of blocks them in trying to fuck with my boyfriend too. Because, you know, if they're not allowed near my reality and I'm living in this house, it makes it a little bit harder for them to harass him on every level. So I have a lot of energetic boundaries up, and I clearly have the protection and, you know, on lock like no one else around here too. We're going to have to use our free will to do this stuff around here on every level. Because they're going to say, I'm the government and I own this place. Your house, yeah, the queen owns it, I guess. I'm in the queen's backyard, and they're going to say these are our laws and we're going to impose them on you, and we're going to have to use our free will to say fuck you to the government, and no, you're not allowed in my reality. So it can be really frustrating. I told my boyfriend that what you have to do, what I do, is you need to put that frustration into action, that you need to take that frustration if you're having it with anyone, your family, your government, whatever's going on here, that you need to really put that to good use, that you need to do something productive with it, that I try to channel it out into my work or whatever you're doing. Channel it into something positive. Anything negative is supposed to bring about positive changes. So you see like a lot of horrific things that happen, like someone gets murdered, and it could bring a whole community together out of something positive. Yeah, use your inner bitch. I'm over it. I'm over it. It's frustrating to me because clearly it is my mission objective to get that kid back over here. And so it's very frustrating to me too, because I'm doing a lot of healing work with my boyfriend. Crazy inner work, right? I've done nothing but work, and it's very frustrating to me to see the government standing in my way, and then I have to ask serious questions to the universe. If you know me, like, why is the whole universe aligned with these governments and doing this, and how is that possible? We're light workers over here, right? We're doing these missions to save humanity, and what the fuck is even happening? when it's like all these systems are aligned in one shot for this whole situation. It's real frustrating. It really is. It's frustrating. So, yeah, not allowed in my reality. I don't want any government services. I'm cool. I don't want them anywhere near my reality. I just make it real clear, right? No thank you. I'm not contracting with you. I'm cool. I'll be over here playing Space Girl. Just make it clear you don't want it near your reality. A lot of people, you know, do it with their thoughts where they do something wrong and they'll think like, oh my god, I'm gonna get arrested, I'm gonna see some cops, and they bring it into their reality. They're allowing that to happen. Hi Sherry. Yeah, free will fucking violations. You notice they came to the house when I was gone for the weekend too, right? Because I was like, I talked to my guys, right? Like, is that a free will violation that they came and knocked on the door like I wasn't home, but I had these energetic boundaries up? And it was like just on the line, like I can't tell if it was a free will violation or if it wasn't. It was so close, like it was real hard to tell. I just thought it was crazy. Yeah, so my boyfriend put political posts on his page with the judge's picture that broke the law with her ruling on his case, like I did for Keiku, like the mugshot pictures kind of post that, you know, people are always real happy when they see their picture on your wall, like a mugshot too, right? They're always real happy with posts like that, right, Sherry? I'm sure that'll be a hit. So he's got posts about the government all over his page again. I told him he might want to use the other page that we're using for Keiku to keep the drama away from his page and keep it in one place, right? Like, I was like, don't you think you should just put that on the Anon community page instead? He didn't want to. Any government post should go on that page, though. We should really keep it away from our areas. That's what I like to do, right? Keep all the stuff over there. Yup, that kid's a warrior. This is how warriors are made, I said. Aries, warrior, right? This is how warriors are made on every level. That kid will be real pissed off when he's older, too, because I know I went through something real similar with the governments as a kid, and I got real fucked over by these systems at a young age. So I have a lot of experience in it. He'll probably be real pissed off at the world when he gets a little bit older, and he'll have some healing to do from it. I only have, like, one area of Aries in my chart, and it's a strong sign. It's a really powerful sign. I'm a mix of some powerful signs in my chart, so I could imagine, you know, full Aries, that kid's gonna be a warrior on every level. Indigos have harder paths. A lot of us are indigos, right? If you're an indigo, you're gonna have a much harder path because your job is to level up to rainbow being here. So a lot of these kids and, you know, maybe even older people, they're coming here rainbow souls already. We have more work to do. We have more lessons we get. But it was really important that indigos get sent in such huge batches to this planet because we're anchoring galactic frequencies and galactic light in here, being on those spectrums. Aries rising, I love it. Look at all the warriors on here, right? Warriors, warrior path. You got that? You're an indigo. I hear Aries, I'm like indigo, like automatically. So we have a lot of indigos that are coming together for this. We're gonna pave the way for those kids on every level. That we're the warriors, and those kids are supposed to be more sensitive spiritually, and that we're doing a lot of this warrior kind of work. That yeah, we're the ones. My boyfriend's probably the only one that could really. I know the universe had to make him using his kid, but he's probably the only one of the few that could come take on the government here. That if you know me, I'm not gonna do it. I know you get cuffed, right? I'm not gonna fight the government, and it's gonna be real hard to do that, right? They have a lot of perceived power with their structure and their organization and all the people they have doing their bidding. And so, you know, I mean, at the least he was trained in armed forces here and was in the military, I think, for like 7 years. So he has a lot of military training and a lot of knowledge on the legal aspect of it. And there's a lot of corruption in his case and in those courts. So the universe puts us right where we should be on some level. And there are a lot of people that are fighting back, that are saying, fuck you, you can't just take my kid and I'm not going to pretend I didn't have one and it never existed. Like, really? There are people that are going to have to fight back against these systems and say this kind of stuff is not okay. And no, you're not. And at least you're going to have to fight and try for it. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Leanne. We're talking UK government and how much they suck and manifesting. I'm manifesting this kid back for fucking visits. The worst parents on fucking drugs in America gets visits with their kids on every level. That shit wouldn't even fly in America. And it's bad there. I'm learning about the UK courts and government. I'm about to go. I think I did soul contract with them already. It's unclear at this point because I already did the paperwork to get married, so I probably already did contract with them. But you know, I'm about to contract with the UK government myself. I'm very thrilled about that soul contract. I really can't wait. Notice my enthusiasm, right? I can't wait. Should be a blast. And then if they try to deport me, I'm going to tell them that, well, you know I'm soul contracted here and that you guys officiated it, right? Like, are you aware of that? That's exactly what I will say to them if it ever comes down to that. I can't wait. Are you aware that I soul contracted through your government here? Yeah, it really is scary, and they really do take kids for cash. I was one of those kids, and look how I grew up. I told my boyfriend, I said, watch out, that's how warriors are made, right? I was one of those kids for cash, too, and it was real fucked up, so I had a nice little tour of these systems, enough to shape, you know, my own reasons why I don't like them. And I know that everyone else should have their own reasons, because, like, you might not remember at this life, but, you know, we were killed by the government at least one life. At least one life you were definitely persecuted and killed for your abilities by them. So some level, that's how this will all come together. That, you know, even the people that are asleep probably can see that they don't like their government or what's happening or whatever. Oh my god, so then I got a better idea. So I see that on the empath page that someone made a comment about Trump and how they hate Trump and he's ruining the world. And you know what I told my boyfriend, like, for a joke, that I said, Trump's like the ultimate mirror, I noticed. He's like the ultimate mirror. I swear, he's like the ultimate mirror of your reality, that people will have their own, like, some people are like, I hate fucking Trump, he's the Antichrist, blah, blah, blah. Some people are like, I love him. Some people like me don't give a fuck. And I swear it's like a mirror, though. The people that really hate him and are putting that hate out there, because you know people always just project on other people that have their own unresolved baggage. They love projecting on anyone. So it's a way that people are projecting. They're like, everything wrong with my reality. It is Trump. It is politics. I hate him. It's all his fault. That's like the ultimate form of projection right there. The people that are like, I hate him. I can't stand him. He's destroying my planet. Trump is the ultimate mirror today. Oh god, kids take him for weed. They love to use weed for everything. Then they can be like, you're smoking weed, you're a bad parent, you're breaking the law in whatever regard. And you know, so many people do smoke weed because it really is a medicine and it's a cure-all thing. It can clearly repair your DNA, help you in terms of activation. It'll heal you on a cellular level. So they love that. Anything to try to make you look bad. It's what they do. They like to destroy people on paper, like my boyfriend. They try to trash his name on paper. So that if the cops run his name, he'll have some kind of fucked shit on there, right? They try to destroy us on paper, ruin our credibility. Entity tactics 101, right? Try to make it so people perceive you fucked up. I'm so sick of the fucking judged in court thing anyway. What gives them a right to judge people? You know where they got that from? The fucking Bible. See, this is what everything wrong with society. That you will die and God will judge you. And we're like God. We should be judging people, right? And people, there's just so much fucking judgment. Like, okay, so these judges are gonna, jury of your peers, are gonna judge you on the things you did wrong. There's just a whole problem with these systems on every level. I don't think we need them. I think we have karma to take care of people. I think the universe is self-regulating, and that if we were learning in higher dimensions where people weren't raping and killing people and harming people, that we wouldn't have a need for them. And I'm getting ready for a restructuring on this planet where we only have a year and we're going to be in 5D, and anything not in alignment with that will be gone. Gone. Cease to exist. So I'm getting ready for a restructuring, that this stuff is on its last leg. Sorry, these systems are dying. They're in the end of their ruling. They know it. there's a lot of fear politically, right? Where they're trying to act like they're making big changes to pacify humanity. Like, it's not the government evil, it's just the people in it. They'll fire Theresa May soon, my boyfriend's saying. And they'll start to fire people and start to blame them, right? Oh, it was them. But I think we all know it's the whole systems right now. You know, it's the whole everything, the legal system and all their fucked laws. It really is. So, I'm dealing with heavy stuff over here, no different than any other day. I'm feeling amazing from the energy. I've been needing to spend more time recharging and with myself, though, like meditating and just kind of doing my own thing. Yeah, what they do to the veterans is real fucked. I'm seeing a big thing come out about a lot of the people that served in Vietnam because they promised them certain things and then they later will say, fuck you, we're not giving you what we promised you in their contracts to serve. Yeah, we see a lot of that happening too because those people come back real fucked up a lot of the time with PTSD, anxiety, depression, and things like that, like on very real levels. And those kind of things affect your reality, as we all know, right? As we all know. So, you know, and it's really sad, just everything going on with the world. It really is. That's how they save hella cash, ripping off everyone. They're spending hella cash on stupid stuff. Like, their budgets are just ridiculous. There's not a need for anyone to be starving to death or sick or whatever it is, like on any regard, that they want us all broke and sick. Yeah, and then the thing is that these are kids fighting their war. I know that you think you're an adult when you're 18 years old. Your brain hasn't even fully developed at that point. And I think that the average human lifespan was meant to be much longer. And that you're still such a kid at that point. You really are. I know they treat you like an adult, but you really have a lot of learning and developing in the brain to go. And then you go in the military. These are kids fighting their battle. These are 18 to 22-year-olds generally that are going and fighting these elite wars on every level. It fucks up your head too, because if you can convince yourself you're a hero and you're going to fight this war, but on a soul level, your soul might feel differently about it. A lot of people feel conflicted too when they come back, and you know, when they start to think about how things went down when they were fighting for the government and things like that. It really can fuck people's heads up going into the services. I saw it with my dad at a young age too. He was real fucked up from Vietnam. I come from a lot of military in my family. Like, where if I was a boy, I probably would have been expected to go in the military, like my brother. And, like, just a lot of history with it. Elite families, right? System buster inserted into elite families. So a lot of people have a lot of families around us that are into the military or, you know, had parents that were in the military. I'm reading the comments. Oh, it's okay. Everyone's going to heal now. Heal yourself. They'll heal. Yeah, heal yourself. It'll heal everyone around you. So a lot of times we're always trying to do the opposite and heal everyone around us. If you work on healing yourself more, it will heal all of your relationships and the people around you. People don't realize that. So, you know, a lot of times we're always trying to heal the people around us, and when we could be focusing on ourselves, and that's how we'll heal everyone in our reality. You have to understand how everyone is so interconnected to you in your reality that you've ever met. And, you know, once you heal yourself, all those people will start to heal that you've ever met. Some more self-healing. Detox them. If you're in the military, my boyfriend, he won't listen to me or believe me with anything I say. But if you're in the military, you're going to get a special dose of cocktail vaccines too, that they give you different vaccines for their agenda, and you're going to want to detox too. So a lot of people that were in the military will get health related problems later on, like the veterans that are all homeless and things like that. So make sure that you're giving him chlorella and turmeric and getting him to detox too. It'll really help with, like, you know, feeling pain in your body, aches, pains, things like that. It'll really help. So I had to detox my boyfriend real crazy. He was in the military too. I could tell he really needed detox because he had detox symptoms bad. So he clearly really needed it. Detox the people you love too. It'll really help with the physical aspect of this ascension. Yeah, when you heal, it'll really heal everyone around you, like on all new levels. When you're fully healed, you'll start to draw other healed people to you too, which is refreshing, because a lot of times when I'm around unhealed people, they'll tend to project their garbage on me or see me fucked up or have a fucked up perception of me, and I like to be around people that are healed or healing at least, or on that path. Good morning, Erin. I'm wrapping it up on here. We're talking shit about the UK government and denying access to people's children and things like that. Light worker targeting, entity stalking, using the government to stalk light workers, things like that. I'm working on lots of empathy too, and you can see my aura is changing yellow. Turning yellow, right? I've been working on empathy and compassion for like 2 weeks straight. And you know, I'm all about that anyway, but working on amplifying that, and you can tell that my aura is changing, where I had a ton of yellow in my aura all week. So, you know, if you guys are trying to get more color in your aura, work on the chakras correlating with whatever color you're trying to get to pop out in your aura. So for me, I'm always working on greens a lot lately too. You can see I'm getting tons of green in my aura now too. So I'll kind of go back and forth like on whatever chakra I'm trying to work on. I clearly have tons of purple in my aura, like easy. And so I don't really have to work on my crown too much, right? Because I have tons of purple in my aura, so I'm going to probably want to work on my reds next in my root chakra, or the colors I don't have in my aura. So use those aura photos to see what chakras you should be working on too, you know? So if you're trying to get more greens, blues, whatever, work on the throat or heart. It'll really help. We want to work on our heart chakra and above. 4th dimension. 5th dimension, right? Infinite dimensions. So we want to work on our heart chakra and above, and most of humanity is working on their first 3 chakras. 3rd dimension, first 3 chakras. So we want to progress and be in higher dimensions. So we really want to work a lot on our heart chakra. That's going to be the foundation of that, and our throat chakra and above. So check out your auras, see what colors you guys have. Everyone's going to be rainbow in a year anyway, in the 5th dimension, vibrating on those frequencies. So we are turning to rainbow. You're seeing a lot of those influences. A lot of the people that have white, it's because you're turning to rainbow too. Yeah, detox. All afterwards, Angel, I'll drop the link for the vitamins. They work so good with this Ascension, like on every level. You can't give kids the detox vitamins. You should just give them turmeric in their food and give them salt and lavender baths. I would not be detoxing kids. They don't need it. They're attuning you to those frequencies. They're already tuned in on the frequencies they need to be on. A lot of those kids are already, you know, they're already vibrating rainbow. They came here like that. Don't take too much chlorella. I have people tell me that, well, the bottle says take 3 a day. You guys should be on 1,000 milligrams. It doesn't work better in higher doses. It'll probably mess up your digestion, and it really won't work any better. You want to be on a lower dose, the 1,000 milligrams. I have it all on the list, but those vitamins are very important in regulating your body for this ascension. The chlorella, it's really like a superfood. It's one of the few that pregnant people can take, and it is an LJ. I didn't like the diatomaceous earth anyway. I did like 7-day detox of it. I wouldn't do it again because I feel that it pulls out too much of the good nutrients out of your body. And it is an LJ just like the chlorella. So I think the chlorella works best for this upon trying different things. It's always like my go-to vitamin. And it was used in Atlantis. It's very powerful. If you think about water, the LJ is going to clean the water in the ocean, right? So we're made of water. It's really going to filter our bodies on all new levels. It's really good for DNA repair, activation, cellular repair, things like that. It's great for your 3rd eye. I've been putting, I put lavender, some frankincense, and I've been putting a couple drops of Palo Santo oil in there. And then I put, I've been putting cinnamon in there because cinnamon's good for your heart chakra. So I'll just throw like different oils in the bath too. Oils are really, really good for your bath. If you put lavender in it, it will help you dream better. So if you take salt baths at night, put some lavender in it, it will help enhance your psychic abilities and your dream states too. So lavender is really good. I used to spray my pillows with it before I would go to sleep because it's like really good for sleep kind of related stuff. Yeah, detox. If you guys are planning on having a kid or you are pregnant, you shouldn't take the same vitamins. I had to Google the whole list for someone, and like the reishi mushrooms and the ashwagandha can cause miscarriages, so make sure you guys aren't giving anyone pregnant the same detox vitamins. You guys know that. But it's really good. You kids should be over 14 or at least 100 pounds that you're detoxing. Like, check their weight out. Make sure they're adult size, right? Should be like 14, at least like teenage age, to be even detoxing. Cinnamon is really good for your heart chakra. It's supposed to heal past wounds, past traumas. It's really good for past life stuff too. So I've been using more cinnamon here. I think my boyfriend needs it. Well, if you're referred to as like a rainbow or an indigo, like you can see I'm turning to rainbow, but I'm really an indigo soul. So turning to rainbow in progress. I have a lot of work to do, but I'm starting to turn to rainbow. So it's not always going to be reflective what kind of soul you are in your aura or your energy. So your aura color does not mean that's the type of soul you are. You can usually tell by your astrology sign too, a lot of the time, what kind of soul you are. Jessica, it doesn't cause infertility. It can cause miscarriages if you take the reishi mushrooms or ashwagandha. The maca is really good for anything sacral. So if you're like trying to have kids, Jessica, or you need to heal your sacral, you really want the maca. I take it like twice a day. Get some maca pills. It's really good for that kind of stuff. Like anything like that. So if people are having a hard time like getting pregnant, things like that, it'll really rebalance your chakra, your sacral chakra. I love diffusing oils too. I haven't been doing that since I came to the UK because my adapter sucks for my diffuser. It makes like a sparking noise. But I would usually diffuse like every single day. It'll clear any negative energy in the air. So oils are really, really good for healing. They were used a lot in Egyptian times. When I first woke up, suddenly things started to come back to me. And I could remember a lot of different oils that we would mix together in Egypt. DNA activation. We're making a spiritual ascension. We are activating our DNA. As this energy is hitting the planet, it's recoding our DNA and upgrading it and activating it. So humanity is going from 2 strands of DNA to 12 and above. So drink more water with these energies. They're really upgrading us on every level, as fast as our bodies can handle it. So we're all on our own little individual journey. You know, I'm going through my ascension stuff, and so are you guys, and we're at different places, but we're gonna end in the same place. We'll all be at the same level. We'll all be at the same, you know, status when we do this. So we're getting upgraded as fast as our bodies can handle it, kind of on an individual basis. Good morning, Sharon. We're talking Ascension. I have like 2 more minutes if anyone has questions. Yeah, all the healers in the whole planet should be working on their sacral and heart chakra, like on every level. We have a lot of collective heart chakra pain just from experiencing separateness, that it was very painful for us to believe that we were so separate from the universe and alone. And it's like, that's a big part of this awakening, is healing that separateness pain and coming back to oneness on every level. So it really affected our heart chakras doing this experience from our limited perspectives. So more heart chakra healing. The law of one even teaches that if you want to liberate, you're going to do it through your heart chakra. That is the chakra, you know, pertaining to liberation. Yeah, these things are gonna, anything releasing from a soul level or a physical level coming out of your body. So we're detoxing our bodies, but the energy is also detoxing us on a soul level, which is gonna, you know, have some types of ascension symptoms are gonna manifest when you're pulling so much garbage out on a soul and physical level, kind of all at once. I keep on saying it's kind of like we're in a washing machine for this 2-year period where we keep on getting purged and, you know, everything like not of light coming out. Amazing, Gail. Hi, I haven't seen you in forever. I needed you so bad yesterday because I had so much fun KQ stuff in our admin chat for you so you could see. Tamara told them that she was in their group. She collided with them. And she told them she was just in there getting their names and IP addresses. And she told them that. And they were really pissing her off too. She said that they like tagged her on the wall. Like, here's your next victim to harass. Like, welcome to the group, right? And so she was in their space. I predict that group blowing up. Like a bomb. I picture a bomb. I foresee it self-imploding, like the government, right? Where the things not of light are just going to self-destruct like dominoes, where we can just sit here and watch. I predict the group self-imploding. Hi, Gail. Good, you're for the Taurus energy. I always say that usually when everyone's sleeping, like every storm there's a period where the light workers go to sleep after a minute, right? Right after the moon kind of event. And I swear, Gail's like one of the few that can handle the energy ever with the full moons, like at a certain point where everyone goes to sleep. And I swear it's just her and me up a lot of the time. Like, you can tell who the real witches are, I always say. Who can handle the energy. So, we have an intense 48 hours. I'm very excited about it. The storm's going to continue to intensify through tomorrow. So, this is just amazing for manifesting, clearing old things, taking on the UK government, apparently. Please refer to my boyfriend's page, Gail, where he put the judge's photo up like we did KQ, like the mugshot, on his page, too. Titanium is a good metal. A lot of metals have effects on our frequency too. Titanium is actually pretty good. It has magical qualities. Best to get the metals out is the chlorella and turmeric. The chlorella is really what you need. They say it takes 90 days to take 80% of the metals out of your body. We have high exposure rates where most people have heavy metal toxicity and they're not aware of it. That a lot of people do if you haven't detoxed, and that, you know, they just build up in our body. They always say teenagers hit an age and they get grumpy and moody and depressed. That's actually probably just, you know, the age where the heavy metal toxicity starts to kick in and affect your mood and your vibration and things like that after getting a whole lifetime of it. So definitely get the detox vitamins. I'll put the list up on here after too. I can't sleep good during the moons either. Like, it affects our REM cycle like a lot, where sometimes you're not sleeping as good. That's why I really had to rest up for them, or I'll be a wreck, right? If I'm not sleeping good anyway, so I try to rest up for them. So you might not be sleeping good. I was having crazy dreams, and then it was like I woke up and was trying to, like, you know, remind myself of what I was dreaming of so I could remember it. So I'm having better dream recall when I'm not sleeping as good, though. Just start to eat good foods. Someone's like, are there certain foods? Just start to eat more healthy foods, more organic foods. I'm always saying ditch the meat, ditch the processed foods, cereals, things like that that have Roundup in them. Just try to eat better, higher vibe foods. You know, it's like anything else that we had to reprogram our habits. So I say a lot of GMO foods are really addicting with the flavors they put in it, that a lot of people get hooked on like Pepsi and Coke and shit food products because of the flavoring they put in it and the addictive ingredients. Just try to eat better, more organic food. Your body's going to crave it anyway. We're not going to be able to eat, you can eat meat and live in the fourth dimension, right? But you're not going to be able to in the fifth and above because of your frequency, that it's just very dense and it weighs you down. So it's dense, like it's dense for us to put in our body and it weighs down our frequency. So after a certain point, people are going to probably on their own be feeling the need to ditch the meat so that they can vibrate higher too. This is about us becoming as light as possible and as pure as possible so that we can vibrate, you know, in higher dimensions and reside there. So get rid of the dense foods, processed foods, meats. Try to only eat organic food. Try to just eat better food. Get rid of the sugar. I'll say it again. The two most toxic ingredients to you in your house are white sugar and white salt. They actually make explosives out of the same ingredients as your table salt. So switch your salt, get some Himalayan salt, switch your sugar for sugar in the raw. For some reason, sugar, like the white kind, is toxic to us, but it lights up the addictive areas of the brain that like cocaine would and other addictive drugs would. So you want to ditch the salt and sugar. Yeah, they want us unhealthy and dead, but the problem with like the GMO food is there's no life force energy in it. So your body's filling up and it's thinking it's full, there's no energy in it. And we need to be able to harness more and more energy. So get rid of the sugar, the toxic foods. Those little changes will really affect your health. It's almost like taking a dose of arsenic when you're using table salt. Like on your body, it would have the same effect. So you're pretty much slow poisoning yourself with your table salt. That's a huge change that'll save your health. Alright, I'm getting off of here, I'm making coffee, and I'm coming back for fairy cards. I did my little galactic group video yesterday, and I for sure have fairies flying around, and I'm real excited about it, because I'm working with those energies like the next 48 hours, and it's real mind-blowing to me, and amazing, because I can see like the craziest energies around me in my mission while I'm doing my little play hero and save the world thing, and it's really cool, and there's a lot of magic around us right now. And all it's going to take, we just need one more ingredient, your thoughts. Yup, there's all the magic elements around. There's energetic magic, there's a full moon coming, there's all the right energies. All you got to do is throw in the final ingredient, your thoughts. And if you're thinking about negative, low vibe shit, perfect. You're going to land on that timeline right after this storm. That we're creating pathways right now for our future. And if you're thinking about outrageous dreams, like your dream vacation, your dream car, your dream house, you'll land on that timeline too. So we are making huge energetic shifts right now. We're about to, starting in like 12 hours, for like 48 hours, we're going to be jumping timelines real crazy. So stay really positive about the things you want to create so you can land on better probabilities. You know, everyone always thinks, you know, it's money that it takes to do this stuff. No, it's our own thoughts. It's our own thinking patterns that are going to program our reality, and everything else comes after. So really dream bigger right now.